What's up, you Weeb Trash? We're Weeb Trash as well. I'm Cody.
I'm Dean.
I'm here for now.
Seve is double exhausted, so I guess it's progression from me being double depressed last week, so it's a slight improvement. So yeah, we'll try to not drone on too long for Seve's sake, but
Y'all can drone. I'm just gonna fucking bounce.
okay, we'll see how much rambling happens. So we've got our weeklies, kind of our regular 4 things: Overlord, Black Summoner, Devil the Part-Timer, and Daily Life of an Immortal King. Were you guys watching another isekai, I thought?
I was. That pharmaceutical in another world or something like that.
Yeah.
Oh, I'll add it to the list.
Or parallel. I forgot what the title is.
Walter White isekai.
Yeah, it's really good. I just watched the 4th episode this morning.
Sick. So have we caught up on Overlord? Everyone watch episode 4.
Yes, it's this show.
Yes.
Drugstore in Another World: The Slow Life of a Cheat Pharmacist.
I don't think it's that one.
Yeah, there's 2. Which
But there are other pharmacy isekais? Is that what you're telling me right now?
you know, there's not a lot,
2.
but there's more than you would expect.
It's not that one.
I just typed in pharmacy,
Listen,
and that was the first thing that came up.
yeah, isekai might be kind of scraping the bottom of the
It's
internet life for ideas.
Parallel World Pharmacy. This is the one I was watching.
Makes me wonder if there's a 3rd one. I feel like there's another one.
Probably.
Japan's really into pharmacies right now for some reason.
That
Maybe
one
working in
is.
pharmacy's a good job.
It's pretty good. He's like a overworked pharmacist, and he dies from being overworked.
And so he goes to another world, and he's just like, gotta get back to it.
I
Always on that grind.
don't. I think he just like wakes up and realizes he's been reincarnated. I don't think they really touch on it, but it's a world. There is magic, and like he has, like, if he like he can like put his hands up to his face. One of his eyes can diagnose, and the other
Other can kill.
and the other kills.
One diagnoses, the other cures. With death.
No, yes.
I see you have a case of being a bitch. The only cure is death.
Dead.
But yes, and then so he's trying to make medicine with magic, and it's pretty cool. It kind of gives me the vibes of the World's Finest Assassin, because like he reincarnates as a kid.
That was good.
But there is no weird mother shit.
Oh,
And
yeah,
then
I completely blocked that out of my memory.
Yeah, 4 episodes in, no harem either, so it's looking like it's a pretty good show.
Okay.
Progress. Good job, isekai. You're slowly getting there. Speaking of eyes and isekais, Black Summoner. Other dude has the appraisal eye, and it's better than fucking bros. Yeah, and he's like, you're a little sus there, buddy. What's going on?
Yeah, he's like, you from another world, summoner boy? And he's just like,
damn, how did you know?
oh, you got one of those high-ranking appraisal eyes, and that's way better than my concealment. So he's like, all right, so let's cut the shit, right, man? And he's like, yeah, I fucking know.
I know.
He's like, I don't want to be involved in politics, bro.
And he's like, all right, yeah, you do some shit for me, and I don't tell everybody that you're a summoner. And he's just like, all right, bitch.
Good for that.
And then it got really sus there when he walked out of there and was like, I'm gonna buy a slave.
Yeah, I was like,
wait a minute.
This is not a good trend. It's not a good direction, bro.
Bad context for what he was intending to do.
There was something, and I don't remember if it was. I think it was immediately after his meeting with the fucking head of the guild, where they're talking about the Demon King, and I'm like, I 100% feel like this guy's the fucking Demon King. Like, the fucking goddess was like, you kind of have something to do with it, but don't worry about it for now. I'm like, bitch, he's the Demon King.
Oh.
Calling it now. Summers are like uber powerful. He's uber powerful. Demon King fixed it.
He has just kind of been recruiting like monsters.
Yeah, he's got a slime. He's got
A giant, like, super
a
powerful
ghost
slime. He's
knight.
got like fucking like death ghost knight person.
Yeah, he's got a weird fucking
No,
amorphous
half-elf.
fucking goddess that he can't summon. And then he's got a half-elf maid person that's a person, I guess. I don't know.
Yeah,
Well,
it didn't
It
really
doesn't
go
match it,
into it.
right?
I think that's kind of what they were
I
going
didn't,
towards.
like-
They didn't really say what
I thought-
specific skills.
Well,
I-
she was cursed
He
and
said he
he
was looking for he was looking for somebody who had skills that would complement his like own.
yeah.
She needed like range and support magic or something.
Yeah.
But it didn't really show like
Ah,
what
that
she
makes
had
sense.
yet.
Okay.
But I'm
Which-
assuming next episode we'll
Yeah,
see
we'll
them all in a fight.
Yeah, I'm guessing it's either support or just some like high damage. Because
Yeah.
honestly, the slime tanks
Yeah.
everything
that's-
he needs.
Slime's
That's
a big
true.
boy.
It's true.
So it's like he's got like frontline people with the knight and the slime. So
He's got to have an archer or
it's really just
magician or
like that
something.
high damage output that he's needing.
Shit's wild. I
That's
was
good.
not the whole like buying the slave was like, this is getting a little sketch, and then her in a maid costume, I'm like, this is real sketch. Kind of wish he would have left the fucking curse on her though, because everyone catching on fire. I'm like, this could be an interesting concept.
That would be fun.
Yeah, just no one can touch you, but you're gonna do magic for me.
I am enjoying it though because it is one of those. It is one of those shows where like it ends and I'm just like, all right, next episode. I'm like, oh wait, I have to wait a week.
Shit. Why is this week?
'Cause there are some shows that that we've watched where I'm just like, all right, I just gotta watch it this week. And I watch it and I'm like, okay, I've watched it.
Yeah, that's
But it's not one of those that like I'm wanting to see the next episode.
yeah. I feel
But
like
this
if,
one is like I'm actively like, oh, I want to know what happens next.
yeah, I feel like if this was one we just didn't watch this season, it'd be a really good binge next season. Because like it doesn't feel like a lot happens, so it like leaves you like, oh shit, some cool shit's gonna happen, but you have to wait. Yeah. No more CG fights though. No more fights. Just him milling around doing shit.
So far.
Getting called out. No other weird talking to himself instances either. I hope that picks back up with the elf lady.
I do like how he called the guild leader out, and he's just like, so you had to know about that prick killing people, huh? Why didn't you do
Yeah.
anything? And he was just like,
Oh, there's some red tape
Alright,
there.
listen here,
Technically new.
I needed evidence.
listen here, bitch.
I'd like to think that he wasn't actually doing anything. He's like, yeah, I don't care. I don't come downstairs for less than 10 murders. And he was only at 8. He's getting there, but not quite.
Talk to me when you're a main character.
Oh shit, you're the Devil King. Oh no. Hell yeah.
I want one time just to be like, they always shorten my name. It's like,
Hell.
you're the Devil King, right? Yeah, the Devil Dead King.
Deviled Egg King.
I make the
That
best
does not be
devil.
threatening. It's not.
I make
Something
the
got
best
lost in
devil egg.
translation, and everyone just assumed I was a Demon King, and they just like Devil King, so they just swore their allegiance. And
I'd like
I
to
don't
think
know.
he's got like a little like pastry-looking shop, and just a bunch of deviled eggs. And people walk in, they're like, "This has to be a trap."
yeah,
It's kind of like with fucking the Emperor guy in Overlord being like, Ainz is a tactical genius, and Ainz is like, well, I'm really glad he did not push that because I did not want to talk about that today.
yeah. He's like, I don't know what a vassal state is.
I know I'm
Oh,
here,
yeah.
and I'm gonna talk about that later, and probably forget about it. He'll probably just
I
have
do like
Demi
that was
handle
like
it.
purely coincidental
Yeah.
that he was there at the same time as the Emperor. So it seems like he's like 3 steps ahead, and he's just like, oh hey, what's up,
Stumbling his-
Emperor?
You look strange. Are you
He's
from
like-
that?
Stumbling his way through a plot to take over the world.
Yeah. I just like to think that like Demiurge gets reports and he's like, God damn it. I feel like Demiurge is the only one kind of in on like, Lord Ainz might be kind of fucking dumb. You know, he's doing all his things.
I think that at times
Yeah.
I thought of that like towards the beginning, but like there's some stuff happens like later in the season. Like I don't remember. Maybe it was season 3, where Demiurge was just like, "That's brilliant! Like I would have never thought of that."
Yeah.
And Ainz is like, "All right, cool, I'm doing."
Yeah. I definitely thought of that. Yeah. That Warrior King fight was pretty good. It wasn't all that flashy, but no CG.
It was better than I thought it was going to be.
Yeah.
It actually served a purpose.
Kind of hope that guy ends up being in Ainz's army, because that guy seemed pretty cool.
Well, he said he was going to.
I don't know if he's gonna put him in the army, if he's gonna make him like one of the head like adventurers that he wants.
Oh yeah, probably
shit,
that.
that's a smart. Yeah.
See, I'm real interested about that. I'm ready for them to get that going.
Because he does have his like different guardians, and they're all like in charge of a different floor. So I wouldn't be surprised if he had this guy that he's now resurrected, that's pledged his allegiance and loyalty, that he has as his like guardian of the adventurers, because dude proved himself to be like one of the strongest adventurers around.
Did he resurrect him? I didn't think he killed him. Because he was like
He
looking up at the
him.
end.
He killed him.
He gooped him like hard.
Yeah, I mean, like the dude
he was
looked dead, but then when Ainz was like
dead.
flying, the dude was looking up. So it's like,
yeah, he already resurrected him. Like right after
shit.
that.
I didn't realize that happened.
He killed him, and then he casted like because he at the beginning of the fight he's like, "Do you agree to be resurrected? You know, when I kill you?" And he's just like, "Yeah,
sure, I guess. I don't care."
And
I
then he
can
got
go into a death match and then have the promise of not being dead at the end of it. Fuck yeah, dude.
Yeah. You got the polka.
He got, and then Ainz summoned a wand and resurrected him. And then flew off.
Yeah, this wasn't. I watched like pretty much everything today while I was at work, so I missed a few things. Oops. But yeah, no, that fight was pretty good. I like that whole like the last episode and this episode, the fucking Emperor freaking out the whole time, being like, "Oh my god, oh my god, oh my god, oh my god, what do I do?"
Dude looks like the embodiment of a frayed nerve.
Yeah, that dude's looking rough. That dude has seen much better days.
Pretty good. Good episode.
Yeah, this is, I think, one of the stronger this week. I will say, maybe an unpopular opinion, Devil's Part-Timer, the baby's growing on me. I'm kind of liking Alice Romas. Kind of like, you know what? You're all right. You passed, child. But the highlight of episode 3 was Surfer Dude Gabe. Gabriel just popping in, be like, "Yo, what's up, man?"
Frat boy Gabriel.
Yeah, I was like, yeah, this is what I need in an angel in this show. I like that he just is like, "Okay, we'll come back tomorrow." It's like,
at least it's actually finally picking up with something.
Yeah, some fight shit's gonna happen probably. It's gonna be crazy. I liked that general guy, whose name I don't remember, like right hand man to the devil.
Oh,
kind of had his like pseudo name. Yeah, didn't
Osceola.
realize it. And then the Emmy's fucking work friend was like, "Yo, I'm gonna hit that."
Well, she was like, the first season, she was like, "Yo, who's friend?"
But like
It's been so
Osceola's
long,
just
I
like
haven't seen it.
completely oblivious.
Yeah, he's like,
"Oh, here's my number." He's like, "Oh, in case we need to do any more surveillance."
"I may require this again."
Yeah.
What?
And then she gets the picture and she's like, "Damn, I'm in it."
Dude's a himbo.
The muscles.
Yeah, he's. Yeah, I don't know what you'd call a himbo with no
He had
muscles,
a construction job in the first season that he didn't get to do much of because he got super sick.
Yeah. God, I
Half
really
of
want to watch the
season was
first
just
season.
him in bed, sick.
I'm sick all the time.
I need to watch the first season again. I don't remember so much of this.
That's good.
Oh goddamn! I'll just open Crunchyroll now before I forget.
So yeah, that one was good.
Where is it?
Daily Life of the Immortal King. Dean, you said you started on that one.
I did. I don't think I saw the last episode, but it's okay. Y'all can talk about it.
I thought you just meant like, it's okay. It's fine.
I'm not that invested into it. I mean, I'm
The
gonna watch it.
Spanish dub.
I don't know what
Oh,
it
the
was
dub.
at first, because
There
like
we
the first episode, it was because I texted you about it. I was like,
Yeah.
the fourth wall breaking was really weird to me. And like it was beyond in the first episode, it was like beyond the narrator because that fucking Toad was like, "This dude's got his own background music," and I'm like,
Yeah.
"What? What am I watching?"
It has slowly gotten away from that in like
Yeah.
a really kind of not great way, but
I wasn't into the fourth wall breaking, but I was still like on board.
This made like I don't necessarily think I think it is just the show, but there are like some things that I've noticed because I watched it started another Donghua this week, and I'm like, okay, I can pick up the vibes of some of the differences, but I didn't have a lot of notes for episode 4 because the one thing I wanted that I had like was like gotta make note. Dude's rocking John's bunny pajamas. At the beginning, I was like, this does not seem like this fits here, but he's got the onesie fucking bunny thing with the hood hanging off the back and the ears. I was like, what is this guy's fucking fashion choices? And then when the fights actually start happening, they're gonna look cool, but they haven't started happening.
I don't know if they'll ever actually happen in this show though.
They're gonna like kind of tease it out and be like, hey, you see those cool fights that you kind of get in the intro? Yeah, those don't happen. Like,
Yeah, did you ever start that Disastrous Life that I was telling you about?
No, it's still on the watch list. I have it up there, but I haven't.
It's very similar in the fact that like the main character in that one just breaks the fourth wall as well. Like I think there's like at one point in the series where he even like pulls out his own manga.
That's great. That's I feel like there's something else that does that. At least can't think of what it is.
But like it's a very like self-aware like slice of life-ish type show, and I feel like this is exactly the same. You know, it's a little interesting, I think, where he's just like, oh yeah, I can wipe people's memories.
It's
like,
very
I'll do
conveniently.
about 50%, or else they'll like completely forget everything about me.
I do like
Or forget the whole day is what it was.
he because he used it on the headmaster because the headmaster's like, holy shit, you're that little kid that like just kicked that frog. You be my master. And he wipes his mind, but at the end of the episode, the dude's like, master, from like a distance, so he doesn't know. It's like, that dude still remembers 100%. Magic. How does it work? I don't know. But yeah, I mean, it's still pretty good. I'd probably say the weakest thing out of the 4 that I think we're consecutively watching, but it's still not bad. Yeah, so now that we've got I think it's all the 4 things we've collectively been watching. What have you guys watched that weren't in those 4 things?
Dean, did you check out I'm Quitting Heroing?
I did. I think I watched 4 episodes. I haven't watched the newest one yet.
Oh, okay.
Because that's one of the ones I also forgot this morning. I was like, what is everything I've been watching? And it's because it wasn't on Crunchyroll, it's on a website. And I was like, oh yeah.
Hey, that's why I literally just keep a list of everything.
Yeah. I know. I do keep that fucking list open. I did watch the first episode, or the only one episode out of Link Click.
Hell yeah, me too.
I have no idea what that is.
It's definitely not a show that's normally I would watch.
Yeah, this
like,
is...
It's definitely not like my vibe. And it's still weird.
It's another Donghua, so it's Chinese. This was one that, like, last year, both, like, Gigic and Mother's Basements, like, separately, totally unrelated to each other, had talked about. It's a really interesting take on time travel, because it's not like real time travel. It's a weird pseudo, like, I'm trying to think of the
possession kind of thing.
Yeah, like, so basically one dude can see like a picture of a person, or not even of them, just one they took, and he can send his friend 12 hours back in that person's body. But they don't ever, like, at least in the first episode, it's the only one's out in English, they don't do it for like that person's benefit. They don't really know any of these people that they're taking over.
Using them.
Yeah, because like there's another organization that's like, hey, we need this thing. So, like, the one guy gets sent back in time into this person's body, and they have 12 hours to do whatever it is they're doing, but they can't change anything because it'll fuck up the whole time-space bullshit. At least in the first episode, the dude gets put into like a girl assistant's body to a like weird corporate guy, and the dude's a little creepy at first. Yeah. And you're like, oh, the dude's friend is not warned about this. This dude's freaking out, like, oh my god, like, do I have to go through, like, what, you know, because he has to do what the chick did, and the guy that saw the photo is like, you have to do this, this, and this. But it kind of has like a weird mystery thriller aspect to it as well. It's not a show I can really liken to much of anything else. The time travel aspect feels a little Tokyo Revengers, but like way more interesting and like intricate. Like it's got rules and stuff. It's not just send you back in time to correct your fucked up past. It's like, hey, we might actively fuck up someone's life, but we got to get this info. But yeah, it's real, like,
it's different.
Yeah, it could be really unentertaining in a few episodes, but if they keep the consistent level of complexity they had in this first episode, I think it'll be really, really good.
So I haven't looked into any other than like what people talked about it being good. Like I feel like with like how niche it is, I feel like it would be better as a series that didn't really have a story. Kind of like one-off, like every episode's a one-off, like it's just a different job they have to do. Not like having like an overarching story, kind of like Twilight Zone or what is that? Love, Death, and Robots and stuff like that.
Or like Dirty Jobs with Micro.
Yes, like the perfect anthology.
There's no...
Every episode's different job.
Exactly.
No overarching story.
Exactly. Like I feel like that this show that's probably going to end up having a story that they work towards is going to make me like it less. I feel like I would enjoy just from the first episode. I haven't looked into anything at all. I feel like I would appreciate it more as if it was like different jobs each episode, instead of like you can have the character interaction between the two guys in the shop and everything like that. Like that could be, you know, what gets built upon and developed. But I know I'm gonna like it less just in advance.
As it goes on.
Yeah, as it goes on, I feel like it's gonna wear off.
I think
kind of like that. It's so niche that like it's kind of hard to keep it going. Unless it's done really well, I don't know.
I think that's why like the murder mystery kind of aspect to it exists there. Mm-hmm. Is because that's kind of the same thing like Tokyo Revengers, like just the base concept of like getting teleported back to fix his old life or whatever. That show would be kind of boring, but it has the like delinquent twist, and then like seeing all these different gang members in the future and in the past and seeing how all that works. It makes that show a little bit more interesting and like a longer term, because it's less of, oh, I'm interested in the time travel, of more I'm interested in these individual people.
Right.
And
I think
but
I think the reason
it could end up being bad.
I think the reason I end up feeling that way is because it starts off with just them two. So starts off.
It's like Quantum Leap then.
Kind of, yeah. Except they fully control it, and it is like hard locked. Like at 12 hours, that guy gets kicked out of the body.
Yeah.
And like it's an interesting thing because the dude that sends him into the other person's body or whatever, has full, like, he can talk to him.
He's got constant contact.
Yeah.
Oh, they're gonna be like, does not ask for permission.
He just does it.
And he's just like, where the fuck am I? He's like, you can't do anything out of the ordinary.
You got 12 hours.
Now listen to me. Listen to me, kid. I know it's gonna be rough. I need you to go suck that man off in that alley. For the information.
Well,
it's almost what happened in the first episode.
Yeah, like it's one of those things that like if this continues to happen, I think it'll be like a draw in the series, but like at least putting that idea out there that this dude's gonna have to do some shit he does not want to do kind of leaves that door open to be like, this dude's gonna have a hard time. But
like, God damn it, I was in the middle of taking a shower, and it's like, well, now you gotta take a golden shower.
This is just a weird sex worker time travel thing. But yeah, the guy kind of like,
I don't know why I'm imagining the guy sending him back as Doc Martin from the Doc Brown, not
Doc Brown,
not the shoe.
Christopher Lloyd.
Yeah.
You gotta go, Marty.
Marty.
You gotta suck this man off, Marty. As Rick pops in there a little bit.
Don't bang any relatives.
But because the guy's still like, the dude's fully sentient. He can do whatever the fuck he wants. He doesn't have to listen to that guy. And it's kind of that departure. Like even very minor things have a consequence, and
it does. Because I don't know if Seve's gonna watch it, so I don't want to like spoil anything.
Yeah.
This is one episode of it.
Yeah.
It's just one episode dubbed, but I think the rest of it's already out.
Yeah, it's out in Mandarin, but it's not the
Which
English
is like
dub is still going.
Link click.
Yeah.
Or
link.
click link.
I think it's link click. I don't know how to fucking hold on. Let me look.
But it kind of just like starts out with them talking to each other.
Link click.
And then he's like, hey, we got to do this thing, and then he sends him. I'm like, what the fuck just happened?
Yeah,
it doesn't really explain anything from the beginning.
Yeah, they don't ease you into it. They're just like, this shit happened, and they're like, what the fuck?
Because they're just talking. He's like, I don't really want to do this. It's like, well, we gotta do it. He's like, all right.
You've got to suck this boss off. You got to do it, man.
And then he fucking Days of Future Past him.
Yeah, shit's wild. Time travel.
Not in his own body.
Time travel. Terminators.
It's basically like soul projection.
So basically, Sarah Connor gets sent back to. This is a new continuity. Continuity.
And it did not have a happy ending.
No,
I was not excited when the first time I was like, oh fuck.
Yeah,
right. This is cool.
It is. I do think that like as much. This is something that gives me a lot of hope, and I'm very excited for it. But like, I think that excitement is also very easily let down. So I'm trying to be skeptical. But yeah, I've heard a lot of good things about it. So
I'll definitely watch the second episode.
Hell yeah, I'm gonna. This might replace Biscuit Hammer because I didn't watch that shit this week. So
yeah, I'll see if I can find it somewhere to watch.
Yeah, it's on Crunchyroll. I'll try to remember.
Maybe check it out.
I'm trying to think what else I watched. Because I watched something else.
I don't know.
I did watch Ruby.
Yeah, that's
and
you watched
and Ruby Ice Queendom. Actually, that's what I've been doing the last 2 hours. I was watching Ice Queendom. But over the weekend, or it was like Wednesday or Thursday, I just watched the like all the volumes, like because they have them in like movie form. They're like 2 hours, 2.5 hours. And I think I got to like volume 3 of Ruby, or 4. I can't remember. I'm past the Veil Festival of original of OG Ruby, because the all the fuck are they called? What are the monsters?
Oh, the Grimm?
The Grimm.
Grimm?
All the Grimm are attacking the city right now. Like that's how far I got, like in OG Ruby. And then I started watching, because there's 7 episodes of Ice Queendom today. And so I was watching all that. I didn't watch the last one, but I think I watched the first 6. And the first 2 episodes, it's fairly the same, but it feels really rushed.
Yeah.
It feels like they were rushing through the story that's already been presented to get to their own original story. Because everything after the second episode is completely new. And I was like, oh shit, like they're doing their own thing. Like the second episode, they're already like done with the forest trial with the fucking bird grim, the raven.
Yeah, the Nevermore. Yeah.
Nevermore fight was cool. The scorpion fight was way cooler in the original.
Yeah, that I've only gotten through volume 1. Yeah. But yeah, that's one thing that the fights, the episodes feel longer, even though they're not, like, because they're 6 to 12 minutes for the most part. But the fights, they don't feel like book-ended. They don't feel cut. They just play out, because that was kind of the whole big point. But Ruby, Ice Queendom, like pretty much any other anime, is like, make a quick fight. Let's go. Like, do all these cool flashy cuts, and then you're done.
But have you caught up?
Oh, no. I'm going to wait until I get to, like, probably volume 3? Wherever they...
Of Ice Kingdom.
Yeah. So when I get to, like, volume 3, I'll pop back on, because that's kind of where they split for the most part. But yeah, I mean, I liked what I saw.
They talked about the Veil Festival, and then Sun shows up. You know, the whole spat.
Yeah.
With and then you get Penny, and then it splits off from there into its original story, and it slows down because those last 4 episodes are still in the. I'm assuming the 7th one too. It's still in the same arc, because it has to do with Weiss.
Yeah, I like the. It makes me kind of want to maybe not see a continuation of Ruby, like the way it is now in OG in anime form like this. But I like these kind of spin-off ideas, and like the idea that there's a Grimm that's not a big monster, but is like this weird parasite that fucks up your mind. Yeah. I'm super into that. It's like, yeah, there would be weird insect Grimm. Those are probably the worst. They're scary as fuck. You can't see them. They're tiny. There's a bunch of them. You're dead. It's like fighting, like, what is it? 100 duck-sized horses or 1 horse-sized duck, which is scarier. Tiny horses. Too many of them. You can't stop them. But yeah, how did you... What do you think about the music? Do you even remember the music?
It's not as memorable as like Cassie Williams and
the soundtrack is
on the OG Ruby was the best.
Not great. I mean, yeah, it's comparatively, like, if OG Ruby didn't exist, I don't think I would be bothered. But
the fucking outro for Link Click, that thing was a fucking jam.
Yeah, it was like this cool ass like rap thing. Yeah, the intro is pretty okay too. Like, I kind of liked it. I was like, oh shit, this is kind of slapping. I'm kind of digging it.
Yeah, I'm definitely like missing the music cut-ins from like even in the middle of the fights and stuff in the shows.
Yeah,
like OG Ruby did.
There's some people that have cut those together.
Yeah,
like the Nevermore 5 is like definitely shorter, but like some people have cut like red like roses to that, and I was like, hell yeah, into it. Let's go.
But it's good because now they're completely doing their own thing. I'm sure it'll come back like after this arc, because it'll come back to the Veil Festival. But it's also like grabbed my attention to like what else are they gonna change, or like what are they gonna make different?
Yeah,
because it's just like subtle things are different.
Yeah, it's never like anything big for the most part, other than like adding the new Grimm in. But like their story could fit within OG Ruby and it not even really make that big a difference. It did make me think, it's like, okay, if I don't want a continuation of Ruby in this anime format, like, because they're doing volume 9 or whatever the fuck now.
Yeah, they're still making OG Ruby. They're still going on.
Yeah. I would like a prequel with Crow's team. I think that would be fucking sick looking.
Yeah.
Because it's like, we don't have a ton of Crow and all of the rest of that team. So it's like, we don't really have any fights to compare it to. So let's just do that shit. And hell yeah, that'd be great. But yeah, I think both Rubies are good. I don't think either invalidates the other. So good on you, Ruby. Doing it. What else? Did you watch anything else other than that?
I think that was it.
Seve, did you watch anything?
Of the current stuff coming out, I think that's most of what I've watched. I mean, I started that one that you talked about, Dean. It's very. The
Rave reviews.
Misfits of Demon King Academy.
Oh yeah, the Misfit of Demon King. Yeah, because they're getting a second season.
Yeah, so I watched like the first, maybe second episode.
Yeah. What'd you think?
It's very meh.
Yeah.
This is meh.
Like, I don't know. There's like just a lot of stuff that just doesn't hit right with it.
Yeah.
Would you call it a misfit?
Yeah, but not in a good way.
A maffit?
It's like he at no point in time tries to hide how powerful he is, or that he's the reincarnation of the like Demon King.
Yeah, they just don't believe him.
Like a lot of people, just don't seem to believe him. So he's just like, okay, cool. I'll just like fucking beat your ass.
Yeah. So like
That's pretty much what he does.
because like while he was like the 2,000 years or whatever it was that he was like waiting to be reincarnated, like other people kind of like warped history and changed what happened. So like nobody really knows what happens, and so he's like, oh, it's someone's fucking with my shit. And he's like, well, they don't believe me, so I guess I'll just prove it. I thought it was alright. It was mid. I didn't think it was gonna get a second season, but
He keeps making like what he calls jokes.
Oh yeah.
And
I think it gets better. I can't remember the first couple episodes, but that voice actor isn't in the new season.
Is not.
Yeah, it's gonna be a different voice actor, I think.
Okay. Because honestly, the voice for him like just
It's
seems
too low.
off. Yeah, it seems real off.
It's
Especially
really
considering he's a month old.
weird. Technically, he is a month old. Yeah.
Seems
he
all
was
sus.
born as a baby, and he just like kept growing.
He just like aged himself.
Yeah.
Like magic. I can do that.
I don't know. Shit's weird.
Shit's weird.
I watched some of the DC animated movies.
Which one?
Started off with Justice League Dark.
Oh yeah, I like that one.
And then I watched we watched Justice League Dark Apocalypse. Pretty good.
Justice League Dark 2, The Darkening.
Yeah. Dark Apocalypse really gave me Mass Effect 3 vibes.
Yeah. Yeah.
And then I watched what was it? Constantine City of Demons or whatever it is.
I haven't seen that one yet.
If you like Constantine stuff, it's good. It's solid. Yeah, I mean, those are good. I started one that came out this year. It was like the Mansion of Madness or something like that, or House of Madness, which is like what is your dog eating?
It's a wallet. Get sniped.
Did he drop the wallet or did he just leave with it?
I didn't know he was. No, he's gonna grab it.
He's like,
It was like an old wallet. I kept like all my like trucking cards and shit in, like my Loves card and my Flying J card, and my punch tickets for lot lizards.
yeah, dude, I was gonna make that joke.
No, I might as well make it before everyone else.
You're like, yeah, someone's gonna say this.
So
It's too easy.
yeah, the
House of Madness.
House of Madness picks up right where Dark Apocalypse ended.
Okay.
But they changed a lot of the animation style, and it really just kind of goes to like a series of like short stories with it. And I followed the one they did with Constantine, and the next one after that, like I wasn't even really familiar with the characters that they were going off of, and the animation style changed so drastically that I was just like, I don't care about this.
I'm done with this.
I remember
It's too different.
Like, I don't know. Sometimes if it's done well, I can keep following what's going on, but if they start changing the animation up like so drastically and stuff like that, my brain's just like, yeah, it's something different. It's not what we were watching.
This isn't what we signed up for.
Yeah, pretty much.
This seems different.
Especially if it's like an animation style that like I don't like as much.
Yeah.
Then it's very much like if somebody's like, oh, you gotta watch this, it's really good, and I look at the animation style and I know that's what I'm getting into, I'm like, okay, I know I'm not watching this for the animation. It's got to be like a decent story or something like that, and I can get past it. But whenever it's just like, okay, and they're just like, and animation, I'm just like, I'm a head out.
I'm just gonna head out.
And I completely mentally checked out. Like I don't even remember who the story was following, who the characters are. I think there were some like beast men monster like civilization. It's like Planet of the Apes type shit or something. I honestly do not remember. I so fucking checked out. I don't remember whatever. I don't remember what I was like. I might have just been watching TikTok or something on my phone. Who knows? I might have just taken a nap. Needless to say, didn't finish it.
Oh, okay.
Makes sense.
So I think that's most of what I've actually watched this week, because we talked about. I think we talked about just about everything else of stuff we were currently watching.
Apparently, I watched Friends from the exact middle episode.
Yeah,
out. Yeah.
So I started from the middle.
Yeah.
And then I watched the rest of it. Or
Yeah.
I only
You
watched
started
the middle
from episode 372, and that's the only one you've watched so far.
Oh, okay. I see.
Also, side note, I don't know if that's the exact middle. I just picked a random number.
and
That felt right.
Did you didn't start at the middle? You just watched the middle bit. So you like took the episode, cut it up into 3 sections, and then just
I watched like
The middle
section.
portion.
I watched like the 10 minutes in the middle.
Yeah.
Which explains why your rating was just Joey.
It's just
It's fitting, you know? I was going to put the Joey spinoff, but I was like...
it's funny because there's not even like 300 episodes of Friends.
We don't know that.
Is there not? I don't know.
I just Googled it. It's like 236.
That's a lie. That's not what the government wants you to believe.
That's
Yeah.
because it's been on rerun for 20 years.
Now, Friends is
Yeah,
infinite.
it counts each time the episode was reran.
Yeah.
Then Dragon Ball's got so many episodes because they just reran the Frieza arc forever, and then they did Cell over and over again.
I mean, listen. Chandler Bing is making a living off of Friends reruns, okay? And I mean, all of the...
that dude had a massive drug problem.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
I feel like most of them have
Like,
problems.
Did he say he's like I don't remember certain seasons at all?
Yeah, he said there's like full like on like seasons and like episodes and stuff like he does not remember.
Yeah.
Apparently
Yeah.
he got hurt or something while they were doing filming, and then just like they were just like, here's hydros, and he's just like, okay.
Okay.
Great.
These make me
And-
feel good.
Yeah. All right, Cody,
Hell yeah.
we've not talked about it for several weeks, and I just want to get it off of this watch list.
Oh, yeah, what?
Shikamori isn't just a cutie.
Fuck yeah. Okay. It's been a couple weeks. I don't 100% remember the ending. The ending was stronger, though. I felt like the ending was okay.
Yeah, I feel like it it still didn't really allude to how this dumb fuck is so unlucky.
Yeah. I think I
But
put in my notes.
did-
Hold on, did I put anything? I think I deleted those. I did like the one bit they decided to throw in of him going to a shrine to be like, God damn it, why am I so unlucky? I hate my life. I'm like, yeah, show me more of that. Show me more ease of me being super fucking upset that his
Yeah,
life is
I
miserable.
want more of that sad sack of shit in my anime.
Yeah. It doesn't make sense that he's that happy. I'm double depressed. How is he not double depressed? His life's way harder. But yeah.
I do like how, like, you know, at the first episode when she's just like fucking like kicking signs out of the way and like kicking cans from hitting him and all that shit, it's just like, how is she able to do that? And it's like, oh yeah, like she was like on a national level when she did like karate,
Yeah, she
when
did big
she was a
karate.
and then she was just like, I'm not do it anymore.
Yeah, she's like, I'm bored.
At least like, and they gave some like exposition onto why.
Yeah, they didn't just
Which
be
was
like,
nice.
she did karate. Moving on, they're like, no, she had her reasons, and she had her reasons to stop and stuff.
I don't know how invested Dean is into this. So,
yeah, no, I mean, to be fair, I think,
but
I never watched it.
Yeah,
I mean, you're not missing much.
It's very, it is what it is.
Yeah.
For a just slice of life anime, it's not the worst thing.
Yeah, I mean, it's definitely not, like, had it not been by comparison to a lot of other stuff I really like, I think it would have probably been pretty okay. But, like, when people were like, hey, it's like this or this, I'm like, well, no, it's not at all. But, yeah, I mean, it's pretty, like, yeah, it's just running your mill, slice of life, a little bit of romance, and yeah, it's pretty good.
Yeah. What was it?
I don't know.
Oh, because, yeah, they basically, throughout the whole thing, it was just, she just did things because that's what her brother did.
Yeah. And she was like, I'm gonna fall in love because my brother didn't do that. Fuck
yeah,
you.
so basically it was just like, alright, I'm doing karate, I'm getting good at it and everything. And then it was like her mom or something was like, do you really like it? Or are you actually liking it? Or is it just because your brother does it? And she's like, I do. And then he's just like, I'm quitting karate. And she's like, why? And he's like, because I feel like it. And she's like, are you gonna keep doing it? And she's like,
I guess.
And so it's like, just do something you want to do.
Yeah.
And so the thing she wants to do, she's like, I'm gonna be a cute high school girl.
She does that.
And yeah, her brother was like, congrats, that's something I don't want to do. Yeah, you got me on that one, kid.
Yeah, no, it definitely ends stronger, but yeah, it's
It gave an ending, and I
Yeah.
feel like it was a good enough ending where they wrapped it up. So it's not one of those things where they're gonna try and drag it on.
Yeah,
where it's just
they
like,
could have dropped the ball super hard with the ending, but they left it in a pretty good spot.
good spot. It was nice, ended. That's all.
Yeah.
I mean, I guess if they tried to, they could come back with another season, but like, I don't see why you would.
Yeah, I feel like
Worth
just
it.
leaving it there is fine, honestly.
Yeah, it's one and done is perfectly fine with that show.
Yeah, I feel like it would just make it like infinitely worse if they brought it back, unless they
Yeah.
did something really interesting with it.
I mean, the only thing they did was like they sowed like seeds of romance that other people had for, you know,
Yeah, like
Sad Sack.
like
Unlucky
the
boy.
friends, and then like the blue-haired chick or whatever, and yeah. Yeah, no, it was alright. I mean, it ended about as well as it existed. So
Yeah.
like the ending didn't blow me away, but it also didn't like wildly disappoint me. So it was
If you like slice of life bullshit, then yeah, you might like it. If you don't care, then
you're not missing much.
Yeah.
So I watched a bunch of like one episode things, just like my other weeklies, but I also ended up accidentally kind of watching 4 seasons of Red vs. Blue. So we're talking about
we've all been
Ruby.
there. We've
Yeah.
all been there.
I just put it on fucking autoplay, and I was like, oh shit, I'm in like season 4. What the fuck? Yeah, so we're talking about Ruby, and then I've got some of the Red vs. Blue voice packs in XCOM, so I keep hearing the voices. So it's like, oh fuck, I'm gonna watch Red vs. Blue. And the only
Crazy how Joel Heyman was just such a piece of shit,
Yeah.
and we just like didn't know.
Yeah, I mean, and you watching Ruby, it's kind of weird hearing some of those voices, and you're like, oh, that guy. Yeah, that guy. He was there. He did things. But yeah, it. The only joke I can remember, and for some reason it hit me super hard, was like the first time Church possesses Lopez, and he's trying to talk to the other Reds, but he's speaking Spanish. And him having his own dialogue of why he's speaking Spanish, but not like understanding that he's speaking Spanish, but still like that just fucking got me. And I was like, this has no right to be this funny, but I mean, this is hilarious. I don't know if I'm going to pick back up on that because I watched that on like Monday or Tuesday and just kind of didn't go back. But maybe I will. And I think that's the furthest. I think that's kind of the last place I remember being in Red vs. Blue. So I might make it further. I watched episode 4 of the Brosekai. They
fuck yet?
No. The big, tall, handsome, suave guy who didn't get turned into a chick has resorted to putting a bag over the short one, the girl's head.
He's just like, I can't stand to look at you. I'm gonna whip my dick out.
Well, so the problem is, they made her a cute anime chick, sure, but one of her stats is like extreme charm. So like, if you stare at her, like if you like, not even stare at her, but if you look at her for more than a couple of seconds, you get like a charmed icon above your head, and it keeps fucking up towns. Like they go into a town, and if they see her face, all the dudes in the town are like, you have to marry me, and it starts like a riot because they're all fighting over who's gonna marry her. So he's like, I'm gonna put it back on your head, I'm gonna fix this problem, and she's just walking around with a bag on her head for half the episode. But they met another isekai Japanese guy, and he's a huge fucking weeb, so he's going by like this dumb long German name, and I'm like, this is kind of what I wanted to see in Konosuba. Like, I wanted to see someone else be another Kazuma who's just, like, really fucking not here for most of this bullshit, but exists here. They're wildly unimpressed with him, and that just makes it even funnier. Then they all kind of get arrested, and I was like, holy shit, I forgot this, like, police can exist in these places because you never see them do anything. It's still pretty funny.
Yeah, they don't put a lot of minorities in those fantasy shows.
I mean, you know, that's like what the elves and the goblins and all those people, you know, they get arrested. I guess that's the adventures, though. They don't arrest them, they just kill them or slave the elves. Elves got it rough. This is one show they're not trying to fuck the elf, so, you know, I guess props to it for that. But it's still funny. It's a unique take on isekai, and it keeps trying to just do weird things. I watched Fudo PI episode 2, and god damn it, I love Kamen Rider so fucking much. For never watching a Kamen Rider show, I'm in.
Have they done Kamen Rider things yet?
They just did their big transformation.
Okay, cool.
At the very end of episode 2.
Okay, well, I'll wait till next week to watch it then.
Yeah, you'll see the big cool fight. They have like the transformation and fight scenes in the intro, so you at least know kind of what it's building to. Shit gets real hype. Dumb fucking like dude trying to be a noir ass detective and not really hitting those notes is pretty fun. But this like maybe first 3 episode arc, I'm naming Kamen Rider in the case of the interdimensional simp. The whole thing is this dude's like, yo, this witch robbed me, and the dude's like, a witch, you say? And they're like, yeah, I don't really give a shit about the money, I want to meet her again because, you know, I want to date her. And he's like, you realize she stole your money, right? And he's like, yeah.
They had a Kamen Rider that did that. He was like the fuckboy Kamen Rider.
Yeah, I mean, the dude he's helping is not a Kamen Rider, but, you know, Kamen Rider's got to help the interdimensional simp, so...
So was his pose just...
It might as well have been. The dude makes some weird faces.
The fuckboy Kamen Rider, he would sing, and he was very like J-pop, and he would charm the female every time they fought like a female monster or whatever it was.
I'm pretty sure there's also a Power Rangers thing that's like Akihabara Rangers, and they're all like fucking idol people. They're not, I like because it's like a mix of dudes and chicks, so they're like a mixed group. But yeah, if they like start making more Kamen Rider anime, I'm super here for it. I love this shit. Classroom of the Elite episode 4 is still doing good. It's kind of building into its little mystery kind of game of cat and mouse. It's basically like, I tried to think of a way to explain it without being too reductive. But it's basically like Code Geass or Death Note, but lower stakes and not over the top. So it kind of feels grounded and a little bit real, of like, Yeah, this dude's just really smart, but he's not like genius level IQ. So he like his plans will get fucked up, and then he's like, I gotta outsmart that guy, then I gotta fight that guy. It's a whole thing. It's still pretty good. I'm enjoying it. Seeing Yesterday for me is good, a little depressing, but I'm into it. It's kind of a like mature slice of life type situation. And A Couple of Cuckoos is still fun, but still a little weird too. And that's what I've watched.
Nice.
Oh yeah. So
There's some news.
Yeah, the only thing we really talk about as a topic, which isn't that elaborate, I guess, is Disney confirmed to get that fucking bleach. They got bleach in their eyes.
I really
Nice.
It was what, like
This
a
is
month
perfect
ago?
because I haven't seen Bleach.
Hell yeah.
I have expended every
No
bit of
effort.
extra energy I had for the
Oh.
day.
Well, this is a good time for you to pass out.
Did you just
Yeah.
choose not to watch it, or did it just not like catch your interest?
I think whenever it started like picking up was around like the time that like I was like I had stopped watching anime
Oh right, so it's like just like wrong place, wrong time.
because like I watched like pretty heavily DBZ and stuff up
Yeah.
through like the Cell Saga and everything.
Right.
But then like I guess like at the schools and stuff I went to, they were just like fucking weebs where their entire personality was just I watched this anime.
Yeah.
And they were so cringy that I was just like never watching that shit.
Like, man, like nobody hates weebs more than other weebs.
Yeah,
Yeah.
basically.
Like anime fans hate anime fans. Because I was telling Cody we went to King Buffet like a couple weekends ago. I don't remember if I told you this. I think I did. It was like this dude rolled up in a waifu car. Did I tell you about this, Seve?
No.
Because I think it was the morning that I came to your house. So we wanted to get some food, so we were at King Buffet and we were there a little bit early. So we were like waiting for them to open. And then we're in the parking lot and this like white car comes up and he's just got like waifu stickers all over it and like seat covers. And Audie pointed it out. She's like, look at this guy. I was like, oh God. I said, oh no, he parked behind me. She's like, why? I was like, he's going to see the back of my car because I have a Dragon Ball sticker and a Kingdom Hearts sticker. And she's like, he's already looked at it. I'm like, shit. And he walked in. I was like, okay, we're just going to hang out here for a minute. And then we walked in. And then I guess we thought they were open at like 10:30, but they don't open till 11. So you could get in the doors, but you have to sit down. And he was the only one in there, and he's sitting there, and he's got a Demon Slayer t-shirt and Jinkos.
Jinkos.
Fucking Jinkos, bro.
This man is a time capsule.
And like, I'm not trying to judge, but I'm judging. I mean, he rolled up in a waifu car, and it just the way. And then I was like, well, crap. And she was like, what? And I was like, he's gonna see my tattoos and he's gonna talk to me, and I don't want to fucking talk to anybody. And it's like, it's those moments where I wish I had no tattoos. We avoided them. I walked outside. I called my mom and was like, hey, talk to me for a bit. I'm like, not trying to talk to this person. And then we were eating, and he was just like standing in the middle of the buffet, just like staring at a wall, like not getting his food or like anything. He's just like standing there doing this, staring at the wall. It's like staring at I don't know. It's fucking weird. Anyway, fuck
No,
weebs.
he was
Fuck
vibing.
anime
He was
fans.
chilling.
So yeah.
People
lots
like
of,
that.
Lots of like anime people ended up getting like really like a lot of negative like connotations like associated with them.
Yeah.
And that's around the time I stopped watching. It wasn't until my friend Michael was just like, he in college was like Japanese studies and stuff and speaks Japanese fluently now. It was just like, oh, do you ever watch any anime? I was like, I watch like DBZ and stuff, but like that's the extent. And he's just like, oh yeah, like you should definitely check out some animes. I was like, We'll see.
Yeah.
And he was like, yeah, just like, here's something you should give a shot. And like, one of the first ones he was like, you should watch Trigun. I was like, yeah, all right, fine, I'll give it a shot. And I watched it. I was like, all right, fuck yeah, that was good. And then he's like, cool, here's a fun little one, Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood. And I was like, sure, I'll give it a shot. And that was it.
Yeah, you just gotta have someone curate the good shit for you.
Back whenever he was in town, we used to just like, I'd just go over and we would just like, I'd like pick up like some beer, like some hard ciders or something like that, and just go over, and we would either just like sit around and watch anime, or we would like, I'd bring like a box of like my comic box and stuff over, and we would sit there and just like be like, oh, this is a good story arc you should read, and we would just sit there and read comics and drink. It's a fun, chill time.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, that's what ended up getting me back into anime. It's one of those things. It's just like, I enjoy it. I will talk to my friends about it, but I don't go just be like, oh yeah, I watch anime.
Yeah, I'm not gonna talk to people
Yeah.
in the street or strangers.
So you're saying you're not gonna get a waifu card?
No.
Damn.
No.
I mean,
the amount of
I go so far to like not to want to talk to people. There have been people that have seen me, and I'm just like, wrong dude. Just, like,
I'm not who
walk
you think
off.
I am. Sorry.
I'm not a nice person. Don't talk to me.
I think I've told you that story before, but
Probably.
there's a time where it's like some party in college, and like I could not stand this girl, but she like would not leave me alone. And so
Yeah.
I was just like, just such a dick, just because I was like, I did not want to speak to you. And like one of our friends had told another friend, he's like, dude, Seve's just like straight up fucking mean to this girl, and like she still just like will not leave him alone, just like strives for his attention. And I'm just like, I don't know what else to do. Like, I do not want to speak to her. And it was like, I think she came up to me and she's like, so what do you listen to? I was like, music. And she's like, what kind? I was like, the kind with instruments. She's like, anything else? I'm like, nope. And she's like, all right, fine, and walks off. And the guy that had been told that just like was like, holy fuck, dude. He's like, it's like, I thought he was like exaggerating some. I'm like, no, I don't
Do not like her.
She's a bad person. I do not want to have any contact with her.
That's great.
Yeah.
Seve, don't cuss in the store. There's kids there.
And fuck them kids. I don't want people telling me what to do.
I love that moment. You watch language, there's kids. Seve looks around, there are kids.
There were.
There wasn't any kids.
You're worried about like my language, and like about 2 minutes ago, I grabbed a graphic novel, opened it up, and they were just like fucking in it.
Yeah.
And I'm just like, so you're cool with that? Just like being right there for any kid to grab, but
Oh man.
I say fuck you, and it's just like, let's watch the language.
Oh man. You dick.
But yeah, y'all have fun talking about Bleach, Disney's bleached asshole, or whatever y'all were talking about.
Before you go, Seve, there was one news that I needed to let you know.
Okay.
It's another isekai before you sign off is reincarnated as a sword. There you go.
Can you talk to me about that one?
No, that was reincarnated as a vending machine. That was last
I
week.
thought there was one that like, somebody had talked about like being reincarnated as like a sentient sword.
He's reincarnated as a sentient sword. And he's picked up by a lowly beast lady with ears.
Damn. Isekai, you really scraping the bottom of the barrel, boy.
I think it's just like they've already hit all the topics. You know, they like when it got popular, I guess after Sword Art started picking up and everyone was just like, yeah, we'll just like, it's like, yeah, you send them off, they're super overpowered. and they get a harem, and they just rinse and repeat it so much that obviously people were just like, this is blah. And so like, well, we'll change it up some.
I'm gonna watch.
And then it's like, oh, hey, you changed it up. This is actually pretty good. And they're like, oh, they liked that. Let's just do more like that. And then it's like, okay, well, that now it's the same problem we had before. So now they're just like, what else can we do? A vending machine. Yeah, let's fucking do it.
Hell yeah, vending machine.
Let's not. And that's the thing. It's just like, to show how oversaturated it all is the fact that, you know, Dean, you fucking sent that. Can you believe it's getting a second season? Like the misfit of the Demon King Academy. I'm just like, I've never heard of this before. Like, you didn't watch it? Just like, nope, nope. I have never once heard of this fucking anime. I was like, I watched the Demon Lord Reborn as a typical nobody, but it's the fact that there's so many fucking animes that's some combination of demon, devil, dark.
I mean,
Lord
that's
King,
like you having
God.
to ask the question. There's more than one pharmacy isekai. That just that's where we are right now.
There you go. That's where we are right
There's
now.
more than one.
Is the fact that you're like pharmacy isekai. So I typed in pharmacy, clicked the first one with isekai, and it's like this one. And you're like, no, not that one. It's a different one.
A different pharmacy isekai. Yes.
Which obviously means that probably in 2 years' time, you're gonna be like, oh, you know that vending machine isekai? I'm like, this one? You're like, oh no, that was like one of the first ones.
And
This
that's
is
the
like
other one.
Like, there's like 5 others where you get reincarnated as a vending machine.
There's different types of vending machine.
Yeah, it's the one where that they're reincarnated as the pizza vending machine.
Yeah.
That one's really good.
Yeah. You're just Dean's gonna be like, it got a little out of hand whenever they made him like a car vending machine, and he eventually had the truck that killed him within his vending machine that he had to sell. Count it right now. Let's just marker for when that actually happens.
We'll counter it. We'll count it.
Mark the time, boys.
Gotcha.
In 3-4 years time, when they're just like, he's a car vending machine, and there's the car that hit him inside of him. I'm just gonna be like, all right,
killed him.
fucking did it. And that
Got him,
car's
boys.
name, Albert Einstein. All right, I'm fucking exhausted. I'm gonna go lay down.
Yeah, you
All right,
passed out.
buddy.
See you, man. So, yeah, Disney's getting edgy, getting some Bleach.
Yeah.
They had Summertime Rending, which was kind of an edgy show.
I don't think
Disney's
I
picking
read
weird
it.
shit.
I read into it. They're not gonna put Bleach on Disney. They're just gonna have the new stuff on there.
Yeah. I figured it was just the new season, but
I was like, oh, so they're gonna put Bleach on Disney Plus, but like, no, we're just gonna have
just the new one.
the new one. And I'm like, oh, that's cool. I guess whatever.
Yeah,
Nobody wants you, Gimli.
it's weird that Disney's making like really weird, specific one-off plays. It's like, oh, weird. Like it's not like High Dive that's like, hey, we got like 2 or 3 kind of decent shows, and then a bunch of old shit. It's like, listen, you're here for The Mandalorian. We know why you're here. But if you want to watch some Bleach, you're fucking dork. You're nerd. You watch that shit. It's here. Watch it. Enjoy it. But it's only the new one. So, go somewhere else. Watch the old one. Then come back. And then another episode of The Mandalorian will exist. Or some shit. I don't know. Yeah, it's just a weird thing. I don't know what they're thinking, but...
Like, my dog hit me in the nuts.
he did a good job.
So, sorry. I was gonna talk about it, and then I looked into it, and then I didn't want to talk about it because they're making another Yu-Gi-Oh, but it looks like trash.
The Yu-Gi-Oh guy died though, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I don't remember if he was like making all of them. I just know he made the first one.
Yeah. Did you guys say he like drowned snorkeling? Wasn't that a whole conversation?
It was a snorkeling accident. Yeah.
That's so weird.
I mean, the people that like the people where he was, the area that he was doing it, they said like it happens like 10 times a year or something like that.
Yeah. This is just weird that I'm like, oh yeah, a famous mangaka just goes snorkeling. I guess was more the aspect I found strange than the drowning. Yeah, that's
Says,
kind of
yeah, Takahashi was traveling alone in Nago, a popular vacation destination, and had been snorkeling when he died of unknown causes. I don't think.
well, I mean,
Maybe
right
they did-
round.
Now, why is your website red?
Well, they want you to remember it.
Yeah, he drowned. Said he died from drowning.
Yeah.
But he was by himself, so nobody really knows.
And if you like had like a heart attack or something,
Yeah.
whatever, and then drowned. Wild. Yeah.
But yeah,
Disney.
they made another Yu-Gi-Oh! I looked at the 40-second teaser for it, and I was like, "That's cool. I'm not gonna watch that. Looks like trash."
Yeah, no, I'm not gonna particularly jump into Yu-Gi-Oh! Now. If I missed the boat on Naruto, I sure as shit missed the boat on fucking Yu-Gi-Oh!
I mean, you can watch the first season, and you can watch GX, and then that's it, because like those two are good.
Too much work.
That's all right. Sad news: that Yoshifumi Yoshima passed away. This week or last week, he did the opening theme for G Gundam.
Oh shit, yeah, I remember seeing that. I was like, oh, damn.
Pretty sad.
Yeah.
Because it's a fucking bop.
Yeah, I'm not honestly. Oh wait, no. I always get it in like the Shining Finger theme confused. So I'm like, wait, which one is which? I had to think about that.
He did both opening songs for G Gundam. So yeah.
I didn't know there was two.
Chronic
Been a
liver
minute.
cirrhosis.
Damn.
Sucks.
People dying left and right. That's sad. That's shit wild.
That shit wild.
Yeah.
Pokemon's still going with like Master Journeys,
Yeah.
but they're gonna do. I know you haven't played. I was gonna bring this up while Seve was here.
But he
But
died.
he died. They're doing Arceus Chronicles, however you want to fucking say it.
I remember
is
that
like-
game came out.
Last year, yeah, and it was
Yeah.
like in the past, yeah. So they're doing like a 4-episode special of like Ash and them, like in that like ancient Sinnoh region. So like, oh, that'd be pretty cool.
Hell yeah. Pokemon.
But there's something that I know you'll care about is Psycho-Pass is getting a new movie.
No, I'm disappointed. Kind of wish it had just ended after the second season, but okay. I mean, I'm sure the third season.
Okay, so you're not getting excited.
No.
Yeah.
I mean, I haven't watched the third season, so maybe it is good. But the
It's
second
10th
season was
anniversary.
not good, so it wasn't bad. But it was just like the first one was really good, and then the second one's like, oh hey, you know that character you really liked, who isn't explicitly dead. He's not gonna show up in this season, but he's gonna show up in a movie that you now have to watch. That I bought and I never watched.
Is it the 3-film ones? The Psycho-Pass SS?
I have no fucking idea. I don't even remember what it was called. I mean,
Sinners of the System.
I bought the Blu-ray for that movie when I worked at Best Buy. So that should tell you how long I've had that movie and not touched it. At all.
There's.
I don't even know if I still have it. I assume I do.
I think they got 3 movies.
This is news to me. God damn.
Psycho-Pass 3 appeared in 2019.
Psycho-Pass season 1's really good.
I really like season 1 of Psycho-Pass.
Yeah, season 2's, like I said, it's not bad. It's just not as good. Because I think they were like, oh yeah, this is a really good story. And then they're like, hey, make more of it. And they're like, maybe I'm wrong. Maybe, hold on. I'm kind of curious. I want to see if that's based on something. If that's anime original, then yeah, they for sure were like, hey, do you want to make more of this? And they're like, okay. But if it's based on like a... Oh shit. Well, what do you know? It is a manga. So it's adapted from a manga. So okay, maybe they did know they had more stuff going on. But it's a short one. It's only 6 volumes. That's not terribly long. So maybe they did just get to a certain point and kind of just go from there. Anyway, yeah. No, I mean, maybe I'll eventually get around to it. Maybe I'm just shitting on the third season for no reason. I just haven't watched it, and I'm pretty sure third season they get rid of Akane, which is like, oh, you got rid of the other character I kind of liked from this show. So, Psychopath is an interesting world though, so maybe I'll go back and give it a chance, but we'll see.
I was gonna send this to you, or no, I already sent it to you. It was Escape the Infinity. It's getting a second season. Did I send that to you?
Motherfucker, you serious?
Yeah, it got greenlit for a second season.
Hell yeah.
I must have just sent it to Audie.
Yeah, I think you guys have brought that up yesterday, like because we talked about Escape the Infinite. I guess skated over it. I'm so excited. Skate the Infinite's so fucking good. Oh my god.
It's getting an OVA and a second season.
I'm here for this. I will. Oh, and another. I'm glad you said the words OVA and it made me think. I think the I'm gonna have to actually search it, aren't I? The Eris OVAs from Ashoka Tensei got their dub just got added to, or are about to be added to. Yeah, it got added to Crunchyroll. I'm gonna have to watch.
Interesting.
That. Yeah, because that's I think takes place when Rudius is fighting his dad, and when she's off goblin slaying, it's just like her adventure goblin slaying.
Nice.
Hell yeah. I'm trying to think of something else.
Speaking of goblin slaying, the creator of Goblin Slayer said he's gonna make a new show.
Yeah, with the something for Overlord.
The illustrator for Overlord.
Yeah.
So basically nothing to do with Overlord.
Boy.
Except for their dope ass illustrations. So whatever this show is gonna be, it's gonna have dope ass illustrations. Because goddamn, I love the illustrations for Overlord.
It's gonna look so sick.
They're so fucking gothic and cool.
Sick.
Because when I first read it, I said, "Oh, is it the creator of Overlord and the creator of Goblin Slayer?" But no, it's just the illustrator from Overlord.
That's a team that I feel like would make sense together.
Yeah, Escape the Infinity OVA second season, and Licorice Recoil later this month is getting English dub.
Cool. I might add that to my watch list because I keep seeing a bunch of clips on fucking TikTok. I'm like,
it's just every time I get something that's like anime news, it's like Licorice Recoil is #1 of the week,
and I'm like, bruh.
Apparently, it's a really good show.
Apparently.
It's like, I think on Mal, it's like #1 in the week.
Damn, it's out here doing all the work.
But the hype is real for Chainsaw Man, though.
People are getting hyped for it. It's probably going to be pretty interesting looking. I'm not going to say I'm like cautiously looking forward to it. I'm just kind of looking forward to it. I think it'll be good. It'll probably blow whatever else exists in that season out of the water unless something else like big comes out. Oh shit, you know what, actually? I don't know. I think it comes out the fall of this year sometime. Later this year, I don't remember when. Gundam won't blow it out of the water, but Gundam's coming back in like October.
Yeah.
Ashoka Tensei Season 2, I think, is coming out this year. Probably still a lot fewer people are going to care about that, but fucking hell yeah, I'm super excited for that. Way more so than Chainsaw Man.
Fairy Tail is coming back.
Yeah.
I like Fairy Tail.
Had I stayed up on Fairy Tail, I might be excited, but I didn't.
You can still catch up.
I'm not going to.
200-something episodes. 300 episodes.
No.
Because now they're doing the 100 years quest.
No. But like, no. I had to shove everything to watch into today. I'm for sure not gonna fucking add Fairy Tail to the list that Naruto's been neglected from.
Yeah, when are you gonna?
Yeah, eventually. One day.
I mean, we'll see.
I'm not gonna put a date on it, but maybe I'll get some shit out of my way, or maybe I'll just decide I'm just gonna watch things this week. I doubt it. I don't know. Maybe. We'll see. I mean, I might maybe after I catch up on Ruby, we'll see. I don't know, because I'll have to watch Ice Queendom after that, and then I still want to finish Isekai Uncle because I haven't gone back to that yet, and it's only subbed. So I'm like, I gotta read subtitles. Really?
Well, yeah. I was in that mood where I was like, all right, I don't know how long I'm going to be able to pay attention, but I'm going to pay attention. And I was like, I'm going to watch Ruby because it's got multiple episodes.
Yeah.
And so I watched like second, third, and fourth, and then it lost me. Like the show didn't lose me, but my brain
Subtitles,
did.
yeah.
And I was like, I was just laying on the couch and just hear Japanese in the background. And I look over and I was like, okay, they're not really doing anything important.
That's the great thing about only 2 episodes of Kamen Rider being out right now is
Yeah.
that shit is subbed, and I only got about 30 minutes of attention for it, so
Yeah.
that worked out real well.
I tried to watch because I've only seen the first one, so I tried to watch 6 episodes in a row, and I only watched 3.
Yeah, no, it's like no.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
I still didn't start Made in Abyss like I said I was going to.
Yeah, you know what? When you finish watching the middle parts of the Friends episodes,
apparently,
you'll have time to watch that. I'm actively I've got it pulled up. I'm going to try to rewatch the first season of Devil's a Part-Timer because I did
it's 12 episodes.
I didn't remember almost anything from it. I'm like, holy shit, I really need to do this again. So I'll probably do that. Definitely gonna watch that Eris episode. Got that pulled up. Gonna try some Isekai Uncle. Maybe I'll get through it. But outside of that, probably just the weeklies. I don't know. We'll see. There's nothing else that's been finished that I'm like, yo, I gotta start that. But we'll see. Maybe I'll get in a big kick and decide to watch some shit. But we've been watching Westworld season 4. It's actually been really good. Fucking Ed Harris is being evil as fuck, and you're like, God damn it, Ed Harris, you were such a good villain. I love you, Ed
still
Harris.
Alive?
He is still alive. Well, kind of.
I figured he would have been murdered by now.
I mean,
I think I only watched 2 seasons.
well, I mean, 3rd season's not ideal. 4th season kind of feels like the 1st season, so it's way better.
That's why it lost me, because the first season was so good. And
Yeah,
the
first season
started.
Second
started
season
to drop
starts getting
off.
a little wonky because it does the weird time jumps and stuff, and then
The first season did the time jumps.
yeah, but not as. It felt like it made more sense in the first season. It was more deliberate. The second one, they're like, shit, we did time jumps in the first one. We got to keep doing time jumps, and it just felt a little messier. Didn't feel bad. It just didn't feel as, done up. The 3rd season doesn't really do that, but it totally goes fuck the parks. We out in the real world. And there's weird AI shit that is not related to the hosts and Breaking Bad guys in it. 4th season's good. But yeah, Ed Harris still, he's like, God damn it, Ed Harris, you're just being Ed Harris. We started Outer Range last night. It's got Josh Brolin in it, and Taylor kept calling him Josh B. Brolin, and I was so tired that it took me a good almost full hour episode for me to realize that his name is just Josh Brolin, because I kept being like Josh B. Brolin, and I was like, that doesn't sound right. And I tried to make a joke, and then I was like, it's because his name is Josh Brolin. Not. I felt really dumb. It's good though. That's ranch people, but yeah, at least in anime, we'll watch other shit. But yeah,
I think the only other thing we watched is we watched 2 movies. We watched Black Phone with Ethan Hawke.
yeah. You I think Adia brought that up yesterday or something. She mentioned it in passing. I don't think we talked about it.
Yeah. I think it was on Peacock. We watched that, and then we watched Uncharted.
Oh shit, was Uncharted okay?
I thought it was fine.
Okay. So it's maybe not the best of the video game movies, but it's not the worst.
I wouldn't say it was terrible.
Great. I still probably won't watch it, but I now know.
Because I thought it was okay. Like, obviously, I really like the series.
Yeah.
So it's like, I like Nolan North, as Drake. And I just forgot who played Sully. But anyway.
Mark.
No, that's in the movie. I'm talking about the games, like the voice actors and stuff like that.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Because this is like obviously like younger. Because it's like it's supposed to be when Drake got his start doing expeditions. And I remember it did not do well in the box office.
Yeah, that makes sense.
So there's probably not going to be a sequel, even though they set one up for a sequel.
I mean, maybe. I don't know. Maybe Tom Holland will be like, I need a break from Spider-Man. Or maybe maybe Disney will let him out of his Spider-Man cage that's in the basement so that he can go do other movies. Yeah.
I thought it was all right. I mean, if you like Uncharted, it's literally the same hijinks that happened in the show, in the game.
I don't know. So, I mean, maybe I'll watch it. I don't know. There's other things I've got to watch that I'll probably have to watch on my own. Gotta watch Top Gun 2. Gotta do it. Gotta watch the planes.
But he's gotta get the planes.
Gotta do. I'm not gonna lie. A lot of the things I have watched this week were, yeah, they were flight sims. Listen, I have a problem. Okay, the problem is not bad enough that I've gone crazy. Okay, I have not bought expensive flight sticks. I bought a cheap one like 2 years ago. And I'm terrible with it. But I could easily go crazy, and I mean, I won't, because, I'm broke, so I can't be like, let me spend $1,500 on flight sim equipment. I'd also have to upgrade my PC and get that VR going, so I could be like, I'm in the plane. And break my neck as I do that. Yeah, so maybe I'll get off of that and go back to anime this week. It's hard not to watch though. And then I think I probably want to watch The Gray Man too, because I've heard people say that it's dumb fun. I'm like, I could do that. Sounds good.
Yeah.
I could see Chris Evans be a bad guy. I like him as a bad guy. Does bad guy good. But yeah. Any other thoughts or queries or conundrums you want to pose to the masses?
No.
Sick.
Holly, make us another list.
Yeah, tell us of your next 5 best boys, or change it up and do worst boys.
Oh, do worst boys.
Yeah, tell us who those worst boys would be. Like, this guy's fucking awful. This guy's hot trash.
Or like boys that you like that you're not supposed to like.
Oh, the bad boys.
I really like the pro cons list that she gave. It was pretty nice.
Yeah. Yeah, we need another Holly's list so that we don't ramble at the end of these videos. We don't have Seve here just to be like, okay, we're done, and then it just cuts.